Excuse me. Hi. Very quickly, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I know I might give that impression off as a charity salesman. I just wanted to say you look lovely. You just walked past me, I was like, I need to come and put a smile on this woman's face, because I was feeling like very, what's the word, like socially resistant today. I woke up and I was like, I need to talk to somebody. I need to go and give someone a compliment. I thought that would make me feel better about myself. And it's definitely made me feel better. Hope it's made you feel better as well.
Yeah, and I love your courage to do that.
Yeah?
Put it out there in the world.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to get my lunch and I'm going to go back.
Oh, is it the lunch break? Well, hey, this is like the second best lunch break you've ever had. You've got approached by a moderately attractive stranger who's told you that you look lovely.
You're like, probably like 20 years younger than me.
Wait, how old? You don't know how old my ex-girlfriend was.
Really?
Right, nice one. We are in London and we've not made these videos out in public now for about 5 months. So for me coming out here today, making this video for you, I am feeling pretty socially resistant. I've got those voices in my head. I've got a lot of anxiety towards actually coming out here and having conversations with people. And we wanted to make this video really to capture the moment and demonstrate to you that even for me, after doing this for a long time, coaching guys through the process, you will have days where you come out here and you're just not in the mood to do it, or you've got a lot of social resistance built up. And oftentimes guys feel as though they need to feel social to have a conversation. But the purpose of this video is to walk you through how I'm going to get myself back into the game. I'm going to take it slow. The mindset that I'm going to have is every conversation that I put myself into, I'm going to go in there simply to leave that girl better than I found her, to make her feel beautiful. And every positive interaction that I have is going to give me the permission to continue doing the thing. But at the same time, I'm going to give myself permission to suck as well, right? I've not actually made these videos for a long time, and it's different. Like, me doing this for myself on my own is different to making these videos, right? Because I'm making these videos and like, oh fuck, hope people are going to like them, hope I'm going to get a good amount of views, hope people are going to enjoy the content, right? So it's like, there's a lot of different voices going in your mind when you're making this type of video, but it's a good amount of pressure, right? Because if I can come out here and do this after like a 5-month hiatus of not making these videos, then I guarantee you can come out the house and do the thing that you're scared to do, which is just go over to a few women who you find attractive and pay them compliments, right? No one's allergic to a compliment. So we're going to take a walk. You get to see the nice sights. Dan's going to dance around me. So yeah, like when you first come out here, right, just like I've come out here now, you're going to see, like depending on your city, you're going to see a lot of faces passing you by. And you're going to be in your head, right? You're going to be thinking, right, shit, I want to go in for that one, but I'm feeling resistant. Oh shit, I've let an opportunity go by. Maybe this isn't for me anymore. Maybe I should just go home. Maybe I should forget about all this. Like, the best advice I can give you, apart from giving yourself permission to suck at first, is just to get yourself acclimatized to the location that you're actually in. Just take a few breaths, all right? Just appreciate that these people walking by, you're realistically never going to see them in your life again. Everyone who's passing me by today, they've all got their own problems, they've all got their own insecurities, they've all got their own doubts that they're playing over in their mind. So when you're putting yourself in front of another human being who you find interesting, attractive, or significant enough to talk to, then it's okay. Then just recognize that they just want the same things as you do, right? Everyone just wants to receive love. They want to be validated. They want to get that approval from strangers. They want to feel as though their presence means something to people. They want to feel important. Like, when we boil it all down, that's all people want. It's what I want when I come out here. It's what you want when you come out here, right? You want to receive love from the feminine. You want to receive validation from the women that you talk to, maybe validation from your peers as well, that what you're doing is okay to do, which is why it's important to surround yourself with the right network of people so you're not actually doing this on your own. And then just taking as much as you can, all of the emphasis off of you, and simply going out to give, yeah? Going out to make someone's day. If you are completely new to this, it's completely normal to be up in your head, to have those self-limiting beliefs. I'm not tall enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not good looking enough. All of those thoughts, everyone has those thoughts. But what matters most is you just putting yourself into that conversation anyway and doing it just to put a smile on someone's face, okay? That's the only mindset you need to have when you're coming out here as a complete beginner. Find someone and go in that conversation to make their day. Right, now we need to fucking find someone. It's all right, mate. No, good convo, mate. Now let's see you fucking do something. Let's do this one. Excuse me. Hi. Very quickly, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I know I might give that impression off as a charity salesman. I just wanted to say you look lovely. You just walked past me, I was like, I need to come and put a smile on this woman's face, because I was feeling like very, like socially resistant today. I woke up and I was like, I need to talk to somebody. I need to go and give someone a compliment, because I thought that would make me feel better about myself. And it's definitely made me feel better. Hope it's made you feel better as well.
Yeah, and I love your courage to do that.
Yeah?
Put it out there in the world.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to get my lunch and I'm going to go back.
Oh, is it the lunch break? Hey, this is like the second best lunch break you've ever had. You've got approached by a moderately attractive stranger who's told you that you look lovely.
You're probably like 20 years younger than me.
Wait, how old? You don't know how old my ex-girlfriend was.
Really?
Yeah. Well, how old? Actually, I won't ask you how old you are. How old do you think I am, though?
Like 22 or something.
22. Okay, I'll take that. I had plastic surgery yesterday. I'm 40. Can you see the blemishes?
No, you're not. Don't lie.
I'm 26.
Yeah, you're too young to go to the world. I mean, I know you're only asking to do something fun, but I really have to get back from meetings.
Do you say I'm asking you to do something?
Well,
we're not at that stage
yeah,
yet. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. My name's Christian.
Hello.
You work around here? Oh, you're one of the special people.
Well,
I picked the right person here.
I wouldn't say so. But it's nice to meet you, and thank you so much for making me. I'm really socially shy myself, so.
You're being socially shy today? Well, I appreciate that this is a little bit out of the ordinary. People don't usually come up and be like, hi, by the way, I woke up today in a fucking atrocious mood.
What's wrong with you anyway?
What's wrong with me? I just get those moments sometimes.
Yeah.
Hectic, busy lifestyle, you know, a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just
Really?
need to.
What do you do?
I run an international coaching company.
Really?
Yeah, so I work, yeah. You need to go, I know that, but
I really enjoy meeting you. I don't want to offend you. I just don't want to make you feel like you said hello to someone, that I don't appreciate it, or like engage with that. Like, I'm really like, yeah, it's really cool that you did that. And it's like, and I love the coaching thing. I work with people.
Oh yeah.
Actually, so we're really into it. It's like coaching and all that sort of thing. It's really interesting. What do you do, like work with managers and business people?
No, kind of. I work with high-achieving city workers to help them build better social skills so they can excel in the areas of life that matter to them the most.
So
whether it's you can take my phone number. It's fine. You don't need to take my business card. I don't do like the whole Vista print route. I'm like, you know, just meet people in person, etc.
Where are you going now, anyway?
Literally, I was finding somebody to talk to.
Well, I'm going with me. Just walk
Go on
up
then.
I'm going to Pret. I'm only going to the Pret, but the quiet one.
This isn't your way to get me to buy you a coffee, is it?
No, I don't want a coffee. I don't drink. You know what? I've given up caffeine.
Yeah, why?
Because I just started. Actually, my job's new.
Oh, so it's a new job near you.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I get you.
No, but I need to. My behaviour sometimes gets, you know, like I get stressed and then I drink more coffee, and I need to really focus on this role because there's a lot of data and a lot of.
Oh, I see. So it's a hindrance to your growth.
Yeah, it's not good really. They say it's like the what's it, the kind of like drug of our world, isn't it really?
Oh, caffeine.
Yeah. Do you drink
It's the
caffeine?
secret killer. Did you want to go into Pret?
I'm going to go to the lunch, the one that's down here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go with me.
No, well, you've invited me. Like, I'm not, you basically kidnapped me. Like, I'm going to walk with you. I've got nothing else to do today. You have to understand. So, I'm only in London for 2 weeks, you see. I've just got back from Warsaw. So, I'm reacclimatising myself to British culture.
So I was going down to the Pret, so you can't really sit in that one because it's quite busy.
Oh yeah.
So I walked down to one that's a little bit quieter, and then you can kind of sit in.
Oh, you inviting me for a coffee date now?
Do you want a coffee?
I would love to go on an instant date with you. Let's do it.
And then then I'm coming back this way. So
yeah. Well, if I'm bored, I should leave.
No, I mean, you've got something to
Just
do
disappear in a smoke
You're
screen.
staying in London?
Yeah, for 2 weeks, yeah.
What are you doing? Have you got stuff to do in London?
Yeah, I've got clients that I'm going to coach.
Oh, but you had the day off today, so you say...
Yeah, I only work weekends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't have... unless someone books me for a longer program, typically weekdays are available.
Do you work on your own, though?
Yeah. Well, no, I kind of have like a semi team, but most of the things I do on my own, yeah.
And how did you get into that, interested in that? Are you kind of quite like into holistic lifestyle, like balance? Well, no, that's not the right way to say it.
How did I get into coaching people?
Yeah.
Well, I was a magician for 10 years.
No way.
So I used to be very... Do we go this way?
Yeah.
Pedestrians,
Yeah.
that's what we are, aren't we? I used to be very socially anxious as a teenager, so I decided to teach myself how to perform magic, and that allowed me to overcome my social inadequacies.
Yeah.
And then I realised I could get paid to perform magic, usually at people's weddings. You getting married anytime soon?
No.
No? Well, when you're planning on it, invite me, I can perform magic.
Yeah, I've been to a wedding where I was a magician actually before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Any good?
Yeah, it was alright. I think the kids loved it.
Oh no, it's not. I don't do kids magic. It's the adult magic. Was there a question you asked me? I can't remember. Oh yeah, no, that's how I got into it. I was a magician, now I do this. Transferable skill set.
Did you learn from someone else then? Kind of?
No, I learned off YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. So why did they stuff you in the back? Because you're in head office. Do you not have to deal with like the riff-raff of the customers?
No, I started off there as a PA.
Oh yeah.
I was temping there last year. No, this year. Where are we? The year's going so quickly.
The year, it's
May.
1998.
Probably,
The best year of our lives.
I'd probably say, yeah, it is.
I was 1 at the time, by the way.
My goodness.
Shouldn't be talking to me. Should be kidnapping a minor. Probably these people knew what was going on.
Very city. But yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just went in this, I was camping there last year. This year, from the beginning of the year.
You say you were camping there?
I was camping there.
Right.
And then there was jobs coming up, and it's a really good employer. And, I need the stability. And
Oh, I see.
Sensible employer,
I was going to offer you a job, but hey, if you want
Really
stability,
good,
I don't think I can give you that. What did you think when I came over to you? Do you think I was trying to sell you something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot around here.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, we have a lot of characters. Like,
I feel like I would need to be dressed in like the cancer research
maybe.
attire.
or you're like the lost, the tourist at these directions.
I could have played that card. I could have definitely put on an Italian accent. So did you manage to get away from London much?
Do you know what? No, I don't. I have children. So,
Yeah, how many?
I'm 3, and so I had them young. So my oldest is 21.
Oh yeah.
So one thing I love being a young mum. Like I don't feel like it really affected me that much, and that some people say it ruins your life or something, but
Yeah.
it wasn't quite like that with that. But one thing I never got to do then was travel. So I've been to like New York, and obviously Spain, and Europe places. Paris, but not enough. I wish I'd done the whole like Dubai, Thailand,
Oh yeah.
and done the Far East and stuff when I was younger. Because I used to be quite adventurous. I would have done that if I'd got the idea of that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's one thing I wish I could do more. But my youngest is 13 now, and we co-parent him, but his dad has him half the time. And I have
just
half the time.
send them off to the dad for a month.
And he's kind of likes hanging out with his dad a lot anyway, so both football crazy. So.
Well, I'm going to Thailand in September, so if you want to be
really?
over there, then
Oh, okay.
let me know. Drop me a message.
You go there a lot?
I've only been there once before, but it's somewhere that I want to return to now that I'm in a better position in life. I went there when I was like 20, so it's like, you don't really know a lot about a lot.
That's the only thing. When I was younger, I just didn't want to do, I was a little bit like, oh, but it's going to be so budget,
You want to sit here?
I usually do.
Yeah? We can watch the passing traffic together. It took a long time to decide what you wanted to eat there.
I don't know why I come in here really. It's not really, I should bring my own lunch in.
Wait, are you a vegan?
No.
No.
Are you?
No.
Are you vegetarian?
No.
What was your name?
I don't think we exchange names. Oh no, you say. Oh no, you forgot.
Sorry.
Oh, it's awful.
Socially anxious moment.
Christian.
Christian,
Yeah, Christian with a K.
or Scandi.
It's like Scandinavian spelling. Yeah.
But your mum might not do that. Your mum might just sort of someone on the telly and it.
Probably. Just wanted me to be different.
So where are you from then? From the accent?
I'm from the Lake District.
Oh, nice. I went there a couple of years ago actually.
Thought I recognised you.
No, it's not much happening, but then
It's boring. It's boring as shit, but it's nice to like go back there.
Yeah.
But I like the city. Like I don't like being in a small little place. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Nice little date.
So what are you going to do with your day then?
What am I going to do today?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably walk around for a little bit, soak up the city. Might go to South Bank. That usually makes me feel quite nice. Might see what my friends are doing later. Because everyone that I know in London has jobs.
Yeah.
So it's like, no one's free when I'm free. And then when I'm working the weekends, they're all like, do you want to do something? Oh, it's a hard life.
South Bank's got a lot of plays on. Go to the National Theatre.
Oh yeah?
Quite cheap as well, yeah.
I like plays.
Yeah, they do nice that kind of cool stuff there. That's a bit different.
Yeah? I feel like corporate can feel very stifling.
It is, yeah.
I couldn't do it.
It's just like everybody also learns to walk away, talks to walk away. What kind of people do you work with?
To be honest, it sounds like a very similar type of clientele. Yeah, usually it's corporate workers, but like you say, because they've been so socially conditioned, they don't know how to actually talk to people, like in everyday environments, and then they wonder why they're lonely. It's because you don't know how to actually communicate to people.
I got paid, like, if you get paid early, it's like, oh my god, I need this security.
Right, yeah. It's like oxygen. It's like you're receiving oxygen. It's like basically what money is. It's like I can finally breathe now.
Actually, yeah.
Right.
So
you're going to put that money towards your Thailand trip?
I know.
Bangkok's cheap as shit, you know. You get an Airbnb for like 300 a month. Like 300 a month for an Airbnb.
Really? If you're going in September, yeah?
Yeah.
And what are you going for? Just for a holiday?
Probably like work and pleasure, but probably mostly just for, myself. Just to get away from the familiar for a while.
Have you booked it, yeah?
The flight?
Yeah.
No, I've not booked any of it yet. Because the reason why is because my schedule can change like at any day. Like I had to turn down a client last week, and I'm still gutted about it, who wanted me to come out to Dubai for a week in July, but it just wasn't going to work out on my schedule, so I was annoyed about it. But anyway, point being, anything can change. So I might be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to Thailand in September, and then I might be in fucking Argentina. I don't know. For the right job, yeah. So I just kind of, it's just being patient with life and not being too rash with my decisions.
It sounds really cool what you do. I definitely could do some tips because I'm really bad at I hate Zoom meetings as well at the moment. I find it really awkward.
Zoom meetings?
Yeah, I just hate them. I can't, I think we just, our brains suddenly think we're in a room with someone, but I think I rely on body language and people, just little things about someone to understand, find that middle ground.
Yeah.
So I can never find it on Zoom and then I always feel, and that's what I'm like because I don't rely on the awkward point of view.
Right.
Very much a sensory person. Then I really feel, or I make mistakes, or I say the wrong thing because I just can't find that. But I bet I probably do need to be more like kind of condition my way of doing things or something.
I would say I think like transparency goes a long way with people. Like if you can like, I call it pre-framing. Like before you've even started like a meeting with somebody, if you can make them aware that this is not your preferred way of doing things. If you're like, I don't really like Zoom, I much prefer to talk to people in person, so you'll have to excuse me if my social skills are not as sharp as they would be in person. And then you're coming from a place of relatability, and then you don't know, the person you're speaking with is like, oh yeah, I fucking hate Zoom as well. We'll get through it together. Rather than try to put on a facade to make people like you and get the validation, and it goes wrong, and you've tried to already present yourself as a figure of authority, and like, does this woman really know what she's doing? And you start to doubt yourself, and then it just snowballs like that. So I just think like, transparent as opposed to vulnerability. So when people hear vulnerability, they think I just need to cry and like people like me. It's not that, it's just like being transparent and being like honest about it. Like when I came over to you, I was like, I just wanted to come over and give someone a compliment today. Like it's just like people accept that, right? It's just better, like it's more relatable.
Yeah, it's always good to admit a flaw. I've listened to the Deloitte podcast this side.
All right.
That it helps.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it makes you feel better in yourself I think if you admit something before someone else calls it out, it's like if you fall off a chair, it's better to laugh at yourself first before someone else laughs at you. You retain a level of self-preservation, so you don't feel like completely like out of love, you know?
Yeah, anxiety. If you get a lot, is anxiety like something you have to kind of help people with? Or,
Yeah. But like even myself as well. But now, now I understand the reason for it, so it doesn't affect me the same as it used to.
Separate the feeling from
Kind of, but it's like I know now that the reason everyone does anything is they want to receive love in some capacity. That's it. That's literally it. That's why people get anxious to public speak, whatever it is. It's just you want validation from somewhere. Whether it's like validation from the feminine, validation from your peer group, your parents, maybe you didn't get it when you were younger. So it's like everything is to try and like rekindle that feeling of I just want to feel love from somebody. That's it. So when you know that, it's like, okay, I feel anxious because I'm worried what other people are going to think. And if they judge me unfairly, I won't feel worthy of love anymore. Yeah. And then you can just give it to yourself. You know, you've got like an inner child inside of you who just wants reassurance. You literally can just say to yourself, listen, I've got us, we'll be okay, we'll get through it together. And then it's amazing how that alleviates people's stress, especially when you realize that everyone has the same problems as well. Like even the most confident person doubts themselves. Yeah. So it's like, well, now that we understand that, we can play a different type of game where it's like, we can just transcend the game altogether. It's like, that person feels out of love, I feel out of love, we just need to step into love. It's just a beautiful process. Yeah, it's good, you know, spend 10 minutes with me, your whole life will be flipped around. It's nice. So, but yeah, it's just like through experientially you learn this stuff. But I think for me, having spent time with so many different men, they all have the same fucking problems. Like the guy who's making like so much money, he's got everything going for him on paper. He still walks into a room and he still feels like an absolute unworthy piece of shit just because his dad didn't pay him any attention when he was younger. That's it. And it's like you're still doing all these things to try and like receive that affection that you didn't get. And it's like when you open their eyes up to that, you're like, oh, this is why I bought the expensive car, the nice house, keeping up with the fucking Joneses. It's just to receive this constant, you are enough, you are enough. But those materialistic things, they don't help. They can like, it's like band-aid solution. Yeah, and you've still got the same underlying sense of perceived lack of self-worth. Because realistically, there's not one person who's more worthy than the other. It's just like, it's the stories that you tell yourself which dictate the reality that you actually live. So if you tell yourself better stories, you live a better fucking life. It's just as objectively true to think you're the most important person in the world as it is to think you are the biggest piece of shit in the world. Like both narratives are completely objectively true. It's just which one that you subscribe to the most becomes how you operate. You know? So anyway, psychology lesson over. That's 100 quid, please. Well, thanks for a spontaneous whirlwind romance. Do you know your number? Right, I remember. Do you remember my name?
You did tell me.
You've fucking forgotten it again.
Christian.
Christian, what's special about it? Yeah, there you go. I'll save you as. Okay, I've saved you. I'll drop you a message. Think about me when you're doing important work.
Yes, boys. So I wanted to talk to you candidly about the conversation that you've just witnessed. Because I think there's a few important things to take away from it that will hopefully help you when you're going out there and having conversations of your own. And the first thing really is the importance of state transparency, all right? So owning whatever state that you're in, right? So like I said in the video, me and Dan hadn't filmed together for 5 months. I was coming into this filming sequence, feeling the apprehension, feeling the social resistance, feeling the avalanche of anxiety that you'll feel as well when you go out there. And the best course of action that I found works really well for me is simply owning your state. So letting the girl in on your current mental narrative. And this is not done in some nonsense supplicating, please help me, I'm a sniveling mess type of way. It's coming from a place of power rather than from a place of pessimism, right? It's like, listen, I'm feeling a little bit up in my head right now. I saw you, I really wanted to speak with you. My mind was telling me no, but my body. But I wanted to come over anyway and we'll make it work, right? It's it's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, please help me. It's like, yo, I saw you, I really wanted to come over and talk to you. I'll be honest, the last thing I wanted to do today was actually have a conversation, but I would have regretted it if I didn't come over here. When you do that, when you can actually own your state and let the girl in on your current state, you humanize your conversations, right? It's two human beings now having a conversation rather than you trying to masquerade as some one-dimensional, hyper stone cold fucking alpha high value man who feels no emotions. Like that's what the industry wants to brainwash you to become, right? It wants you to masquerade as this guy who's got it all figured out, this paragon of perfection, no nerves, no anxieties, no doubts. And it's like, I tried that, right? I tried that for a long time. Definitely when I look back at my career so far, I think you go through seasons with this where you're trying to discover your own approach to this, right? You know, maybe I need to be more arrogant, maybe I need to be more cocky, maybe I need to be more whatever. And it's great to experiment with that. But now for me, the way that I approach my conversations is owning my state, being transparent about how I'm actually feeling in the moment and connecting with people on a human level. And the other thing that this conversation elucidates for me is I was operating, I would say like 30% of my best here. I was like by far from being socially warmed up, whatever, but like, once you become proficient at this, I'm not saying you need to get to the level that I'm at, but once you do become proficient, even if you've been out the game for a while, and even if you're operating at like 30% proficiency, you'll still get results. You'll still be able to have these mind-blowing experiences because you've put in so many reps beforehand. And the final thing that this conversation underscores for me is you're only ever one open away from having an amazing experience. And what that means in plain fucking English is the simple act of you going over and delivering your value to a girl. You're only ever one great conversation away from everything changing. And it might be the first conversation that you have. It might be the 7th or the 12th conversation that you have. But if you can have that mindset that it only takes one open to have an amazing experience, and I know for me, that makes the process a lot more manageable in your mind, because you know that once you do get to a level of proficiency, that it's simply a case of you putting yourself in as many conversations with as many girls you like as possible, and eventually good things will happen. Does that make sense? So yeah, the more you open, the more you close. But I don't want you to think that if you are a complete beginner to this and you go out today and you have one conversation and it doesn't end up resulting in an instant date, that you're a failure in some way, right? Like, this conversation is a byproduct of the past 2.5 years of me doing this. Like I say, I'm operating in this conversation at like 30% of my best, but 30% of my best is good enough now because I've achieved a level, I would say, in my opinion, of, let's call it, day game mastery, where I can put myself in conversations and I know good things will happen. It might be the first one that I have that day, it might be the 10th, but it's kind of like going to like the blackjack table, right? It's like you might get blackjack on the first hand, or you might have to stay at the table until the 9th hand until you get the win that you want. But you know from experience that by staying at the table longer than your mind wants you to, longer than most people would, then good things will eventually happen. It's like you're more excited to win than you're scared to lose. Like, that's the sort of the mindset that I play the game with. It's like, right, I could go out and I could have like 10 atrocious interactions, and like the 11th interaction could be like spankingly beautiful and it results in an amazing experience. And like I say, like, you're only ever one open away from everything changing. You're only ever one solid interaction away from the whole fucking game being blown open for you. Like, having that watershed moment where you're just like, oh, that was amazing. Like, this is what me and Ephraim really discovered during our time together in Warsaw. Like, he understood that all of the all of the conversations are independent of one another, and you're only ever one away, right? You could get blowout, 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 and the next one that you put yourself into, boom, instant date with an amazing girl. So yeah, like that's the point of this video. State transparency, own your state, understand that once you've got to a level of proficiency, even 40, 50% of your best will still get you results. Reminding yourself as well that you're only ever one open away from everything changing. So yeah, bro, like, I really hope you've taken a lot of value from this video. If you've watched it, you've been inspired, and you're thinking to yourself, do you know what? I actually want to become proficient at this. I actually want to be able to go over to beautiful girls, deliver my value, rather than living in scarcity for the rest of my life, rather than being dependent on dating apps or alcohol-infused nights out or social circles. Like, if you're sick of letting golden opportunities pass you by and you know that something realistically needs to change, then just click the first link in the comments, book yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation call, and we'll see if my coaching is right for you. And if it is right for you, then I will decide what coaching program is going to be best tailored towards your individual needs, because everyone's different. I don't do any of that like group coaching shy. It's me and you working together for a dedicated amount of time to actually get you to where you want to be, because we're all different. We all want different things. We all want different goals, but I think we can all agree that life is a lot better when you have the audacity to just go over and say hello to beautiful women, right? So yeah, it's been a bit of a long one, boys. I hope you've enjoyed the little rant. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, click the first link in the comments, put yourself in for a call, and on a sec, I'm gonna burp. There you go. That's fucking orgasmic, bro. State transparency. Hi, I was about to burp. You look beautiful. Let's go to Starbucks. Anyway, stay sexy.
You stay sexy, okay?